The Norfolk Terrier is a breed that encapsulates the spirited determination, loyal heart, and enduring charm that have long defined Britain's family of working terriers. Its origins stretch back to the late 19th and early 20th centuries in the eastern English counties of Norfolk and Cambridge, where a culture of rural sportsmanship and vermin control created the perfect environment for hardy little ratting dogs to thrive. In the Victorian era, terriers were indispensable to farmers' horsemen and stable workers who relied on these small, quick dogs to eliminate the constant scourge of rats that infested barns, haylofts, and granaries. Larger terriers were used for fox control on estates, but smaller ones were prized for their agility and their ability to pursue quarry into tight spaces underground. This was the environment in which the ancestors of the Norfolk Terrier were shaped. Breeders sought a terrier that was compact yet powerfully built, with a tenacious drive to hunt, a weatherproof coat, and a disposition that was bold but not quarrelsome. They achieved this by crossing several types of small terriers, including Border Terriers, Cairn Terriers, and Irish Terriers, blending their best traits into what would become the Norwich type Terrier. One of the most influential figures in establishing this early type was Frank "Rough Rider" Jones, a horse dealer and avid sportsman from the city of Norwich. Jones became renowned for the quality of his terriers, which accompanied him to horse fairs, hunts, and stables across the countryside. His dogs were admired for their courage, stamina, and consistency of type at a time when terriers varied greatly from litter to litter. Jones's role in collecting and refining the local working terriers helped transform them from a loose population of ratters into a recognizable breed. For many years, all of these small, prick-eared or drop-eared terriers were grouped under the name Norwich Terrier. It was only in 1964, after decades of debate among fanciers, that the Kennel Club in the United Kingdom officially recognized the drop-eared variety as a separate breed called the Norfolk Terrier, while the erect-eared type retained the name Norwich Terrier. This formal split allowed breeders to stabilize the traits of each variety, ensuring that the Norfolk's signature folded ears and slightly softer expression would be preserved for future generations. Though they were created with a specific working purpose in mind, Norfolk Terriers quickly became beloved not only in the field but also in the home. Their small size made them easy to keep even in modest lodgings, and their lively yet affectionate personalities endeared them to stable hands, farmers, and even gentry. They could spend the day hunting rats and rabbits around the farm, then curl up by the hearth in the evening, content to be close to their people. This dual nature, fearless outdoors yet companionable indoors, remains one of the breed's most defining qualities. They are among the smallest of all working terriers, standing only 9 to 10 inches tall at the shoulder and weighing about 11 to 12 pounds as adults. Yet they have a substance and toughness that belies their stature. Their body is slightly longer than it is tall, giving them a rectangular silhouette that provides a low center of gravity and stability when working underground. Their legs are short but sturdy, their chest is deep without being wide, and their neck is strong enough to pull prey from tunnels or push through undergrowth. Every aspect of their conformation reflects their heritage as earth dogs designed to pursue quarry below ground. A hallmark of the Norfolk Terrier's appearance is its head, which is expressive and foxy without being sharp. The skull is broad and slightly rounded, the muzzle is strong but not overly long, and the jaws are powerful enough to dispatch vermin quickly. The eyes are small, oval, and dark, radiating intelligence, mischief, and keen awareness of their surroundings. Perhaps the single most recognizable trait, however, is their drop ears, which are set wide apart and fold neatly forward, framing the face and lying close to the cheeks. This distinguishes them from their close relatives, the Norwich Terriers, whose ears stand erect. The tail has traditionally been docked to about half its natural length, a custom rooted in the old belief that docking reduced injuries while working underground, though today this practice depends on the laws and customs of each country, with many Norfolks now kept with full, natural tails that curl cheerfully over the back when in motion. Their coat is another vital part of their working design. It is a double coat consisting of a harsh, wary outer layer that lies close to the body and a dense, soft undercoat that insulates them from cold and damp conditions. The outer coat should be straight and weather-resistant, forming a protective ruff around the neck and shoulders. Acceptable colors include red, wheaten, black, and tan, or grizzle, each lending a rustic, earthy look well suited to the countryside. This coat requires hand stripping several times a year to remove dead hairs and maintain its proper texture, as clipping can soften the coat and diminish its protective qualities. Temperamentally, the Norfolk Terrier embodies the essence of the terrier group: bold, energetic, and self-confident, yet he often shows a steadier, more easygoing nature than many of his cousins. While some terriers can be quarrelsome or overly independent, Norfolks are generally good-natured and sociable. They carry themselves with a jaunty assurance, always eager for adventure yet rarely aggressive without cause. This makes them particularly well suited to life as both companion and working dog. Their confidence can sometimes verge on stubbornness, especially if training is inconsistent, but their intelligence and eagerness to please often prevail when positive reinforcement is used. They thrive on engagement and dislike being left out of family activities, preferring to be where the action is, whether that means joining a hike, playing in the yard, or simply shadowing their owner around the house. Their keen senses and alertness make them excellent little watchdogs, quick to announce visitors with a sharp bark, though they are generally too friendly to be true guard dogs. Despite their friendliness with people, it is important to remember that the Norfolk's instincts as a hunter are still very much alive. They were bred to pursue and dispatch small prey, and they may see cats, squirrels, rabbits, or other small pets as potential quarry. Early and thorough socialization can help them learn to coexist peacefully with household cats or other animals, but owners must remain aware that the prey drive can never be entirely trained out of them. This instinct also means they have a tendency to chase moving objects, from neighborhood cats to passing bicycles, so secure fencing and leash control are essential for their safety. With other dogs, Norfolks usually get along well, particularly if raised together, though like most terriers they do not back down easily if challenged. Supervised introductions and clear rules can help prevent squabbles in multi-dog households. With children, they tend to be affectionate and tolerant, enjoying the lively play of older kids who understand how to handle small dogs gently. Their sturdy build allows them to withstand more rough and tumble than many toy breeds, but they are still small enough to be accidentally injured by very young children, so supervision is key. Training a Norfolk Terrier requires an understanding of their personality. They are bright, quick learners, but they like to do things on their own terms. Harsh methods or heavy-handed discipline will only make them stubborn or wary. Instead, they respond best to training that is firm, consistent, and rewarding. Food treats, praise, and play are powerful motivators for them. Because they are energetic and easily bored, training sessions should be kept short and varied to maintain their focus. Early obedience training and socialization classes are highly beneficial, exposing them to a variety of people, places, and other animals while they are still impressionable puppies. Crate training can help with housebreaking, as can a predictable routine and patience. Mental stimulation is just as important as physical exercise for this breed. Puzzle toys, scent games, and agility exercises can satisfy their sharp minds and prevent the development of problem behaviors such as digging or excessive barking. In terms of exercise, Norfolk Terriers may be small, but they have the drive and stamina of a much larger dog. Daily walks, play sessions, and opportunities to run in a safe area are essential to keep them happy and healthy. Without enough exercise and interaction, they can become restless or destructive. However, their size makes it relatively easy to meet their needs even in an apartment setting, provided their owner is committed to daily outings and active play. They adapt well to various living situations, from city apartments to rural farms, as long as they are included in family life and given outlets for their energy. They are not a breed that tolerates being left alone for long hours. Isolation can lead to separation anxiety, which may manifest as barking, chewing, or other destructive behaviors. Prospective owners should be prepared to spend time engaging with their Norfolk daily. Grooming the Norfolk Terrier is a task that requires some dedication but is not overly demanding once the proper routine is established. Their wiry coat does not shed excessively, but it does require regular hand stripping, a process of plucking out the dead outer hairs to maintain the coat's harsh texture and rich color. This is usually done every few months and can be learned by diligent owners or entrusted to a professional groomer experienced with terriers. Brushing several times a week will help prevent matting, especially around the neck, ruff, and furnishings on the legs. Bathing should be infrequent, as it can strip the coat of natural oils. Instead, wiping them down with a damp cloth after muddy adventures usually suffices. Routine nail trimming, ear cleaning, and dental care are also important to keep them in top condition. Their drop ears, while charming, can be prone to trapping moisture and debris, so regular inspection and gentle cleaning can help prevent ear infections. Health-wise, the Norfolk Terrier is a robust and generally long-lived breed with an average lifespan of 12 to 15 years. Responsible breeders screen their breeding stock for hereditary conditions such as mitral valve disease, patellar luxation, and certain eye disorders. While these issues exist in the breed, their overall incidence is relatively low compared to many purebreds, thanks in part to their diverse origins and the careful stewardship of dedicated breeders. Maintaining a healthy weight through proper diet and regular exercise is crucial, as even a small amount of extra weight can strain their joints and spine. Routine veterinary care, vaccinations, and parasite prevention are essential parts of keeping them healthy throughout their lives. Owners who meet their physical, mental, and emotional needs are usually rewarded with a hardy, spirited companion who remains lively well into old age. In the modern world, the Norfolk Terrier has largely retired from professional vermin hunting, though their instincts sometimes find an outlet in earth dog trials, barn hunts, or informal ratting on farms. More often, they serve as cherished family companions, bringing their big personalities into homes around the globe. Their rarity compared to some other terrier breeds has helped preserve their integrity, and they remain a connoisseur's dog. Prized by those who appreciate their combination of ruggedness and affection, they are particularly popular among active individuals or families who want a small dog that can keep up with hiking, travel, and outdoor adventures yet still cuddle on the couch at the end of the day. Their adaptability, loyalty, and zest for life make them well suited to many lifestyles, provided their owners are willing to invest time in their care, training, and companionship. Ultimately, the Norfolk Terrier is a living testament to the ingenuity of British breeders and the enduring bond between humans and dogs. Born from the necessity of controlling vermin, shaped by the hands of horsemen and farmers and polished into a charming yet hardy companion, they carry the legacy of their working ancestors in every lively step. They are small in stature but immense in spirit, embodying courage without aggression, affection without neediness, and playfulness without fragility. Their history intertwines with the cultural tapestry of rural England, yet their appeal transcends borders, winning hearts in cities and countrysides far from their native Norfolk. To live with a Norfolk Terrier is to share one's days with a creature of remarkable character, always up for an adventure, always eager for companionship, and always ready to greet the world with bright eyes, a wagging tail, and the unshakable confidence of a true terrier. The Norfolk Terrier, though small in stature, embodies an astonishing blend of tenacity, intelligence, and charm that captivates those fortunate enough to share their lives with this spirited breed. Their lively personalities and working heritage create a dynamic companion, but they are not dogs that thrive without structure, guidance, and thoughtful care. Understanding how to properly train, exercise, groom, and nurture a Norfolk Terrier is essential to unlocking their full potential as companions. These dogs were forged through generations of purposeful breeding to be tireless workers, and while today most live as beloved pets, the echoes of their working past still influence their behavior, needs, and temperament. Appreciating these instincts is key to developing a healthy relationship with them. Training a Norfolk Terrier begins with acknowledging their sharp minds and independent spirits. They are quick learners and often eager to engage, but their heritage as working terriers has endowed them with a self-reliant streak that can sometimes appear as stubbornness. Unlike breeds developed solely as companions, terriers were bred to think and act autonomously underground, far from human direction, which has left them confident in their own judgment. This independence does not mean they are untrainable. On the contrary, they can excel in training. But it does mean that training must be approached thoughtfully. Positive reinforcement methods work best, using rewards such as food, treats, praise, and play to encourage desired behaviors. Harsh corrections or punitive methods will usually backfire, eroding trust and triggering defiance. Norfolk Terriers respect firmness but resent force. They respond to confident leadership grounded in patience and consistency. Owners must establish clear rules early and enforce them reliably, as these clever little dogs will quickly exploit any inconsistencies they detect. They often enjoy learning tricks, obedience commands, and games. When training sessions are kept short, fun, and engaging, long, repetitive drills bore them and lead to wandering attention, so variety is crucial. Understanding terrier temperament, bold, curious, and occasionally strong-willed, enables owners to guide their Norfolk Terriers effectively without breaking their spirit or dulling their enthusiasm. Physical activity is another critical element of Norfolk Terrier care, and it is one area where their small size can be misleading. Many people assume a small dog has small energy needs, but Norfolk Terriers were bred to work long hours, and that stamina remains deeply ingrained. They possess a moderate to high energy level that demands daily outlets. A typical Norfolk requires at least 30 to 45 minutes of physical exercise every day, though many will happily accept more. This can include brisk walks through the neighborhood, energetic games of fetch in a securely fenced yard, or structured play such as tug or scent hunting games. Off-leash playtime must always occur in a safe, enclosed area because of their strong prey drive. If they see a squirrel or rabbit, their instinct to chase may override all training. Leashed walks also provide valuable mental stimulation, exposing them to new smells, sights, and experiences that enrich their lives. Without sufficient exercise, Norfolk Terriers can become restless, frustrated, and prone to behavioral issues such as excessive barking, chewing, or digging. Meeting their activity needs not only keeps them physically fit but also supports their emotional balance and strengthens the bond between dog and owner. Norfolk Terriers also benefit from activities that engage their sharp minds. Mental stimulation is as important to their well-being as physical exercise because boredom can lead to mischief in such an intelligent breed. They thrive when given challenges to solve, and they excel in a variety of canine sports that combine physical exertion with mental engagement. Agility training plays to their athleticism and nimbleness, while rally obedience appeals to their quick learning ability. Earth dog trials, designed to simulate their original work of pursuing quarry through underground tunnels, allow them to express their natural instincts in a controlled environment. Participating in these sports provides them with a healthy outlet for their energy, while strengthening their cooperation and responsiveness to handlers. Puzzle toys, treat dispensing toys, scent games, and short training sessions woven into daily routines can also provide the mental enrichment they crave. Keeping their minds occupied prevents boredom, related behaviors, and channels their intelligence into positive, rewarding activities. When it comes to living environments, Norfolk Terriers are highly adaptable, provided their exercise and engagement needs are met. They can live happily in apartments or small homes as long as they receive sufficient daily physical and mental stimulation. However, they especially enjoy having access to a securely fenced yard where they can explore, sniff, and patrol their territory, a behavior deeply rooted in their instinct to monitor for intruders or prey. Because of their prey drive, they should never be allowed to roam off-leash outside of a secure area. Even the most well-trained Norfolk may bolt after wildlife without warning, risking injury or loss. Indoors, they prefer to be close to their human companions, often shadowing them from room to room. They dislike being left alone for long hours and can develop separation anxiety if routinely isolated. This breed thrives in homes where someone is present most of the time or where they can accompany their people on outings. Their small size makes them easy travel companions, and many Norfolk Terriers delight in joining their families on adventures, from road trips to hikes. In terms of health, Norfolk Terriers are generally a robust and hardy breed, often living 13 to 15 years or longer when properly cared for. Their sturdy genetic foundation and relatively small gene pool have helped protect them from some of the more widespread health issues that plague other breeds, but they are not immune to hereditary conditions. Responsible breeders work diligently to screen their breeding stock and reduce the incidence of known health concerns. Potential owners should be aware of several conditions that can occur in the breed. Hip dysplasia, though less common in small dogs, has been documented occasionally in Norfolk Terriers and can cause pain or mobility issues. Mitral valve disease, a heart condition that can lead to heart failure, has been observed in some lines and warrants routine veterinary monitoring, especially in older dogs. Eye conditions, including cataracts and primary lens luxation, can affect vision and require veterinary attention. Epilepsy, typically appearing between 1 and 3 years of age, has also been reported, manifesting as recurrent seizures. Patellar luxation, or kneecap dislocation, is another relatively common orthopedic issue in small breeds that may appear in Norfolks as well. Working with reputable breeders who perform health testing and maintaining regular veterinary checkups can greatly reduce the risk of encountering these problems. Early detection through annual exams and screenings is invaluable for managing health concerns effectively and prolonging a Norfolk Terrier's quality of life. Proper grooming is essential for keeping a Norfolk Terrier's distinctive double coat healthy and functional. Their outer coat is composed of harsh, wiry hairs that protect against weather and dirt, while the soft undercoat provides warmth. This coat texture does not shed heavily, but it does require maintenance to remain in top condition. The most important grooming practice is hand stripping, a traditional method of removing dead outer hairs to allow new ones to grow. This preserves the coat's harsh texture and rich color, which can be lost if the coat is clipped. Clipping softens the coat and can make it more prone to matting or losing its water-resistant qualities. Hand stripping is typically performed 2 to 4 times per year and can be done by a skilled groomer or learned by the owner with patience and practice. Between professional grooming sessions, Norfolk Terriers should be brushed 2 to 3 times per week to remove loose hairs and prevent tangles, especially in areas prone to matting such as behind the ears, under the legs, and around the tail. The beard and mustache area should be cleaned regularly, particularly after meals, to prevent staining or odor. Bathing should be infrequent only when necessary, because frequent washing can strip natural oils from the coat and soften its texture. When baths are required, a mild dog shampoo should be used, and the coat should be thoroughly dried afterward. Routine nail trimming, ear cleaning, and dental care are also vital components of their grooming regimen. Their drop ears can trap moisture and debris, so regular inspection and gentle cleaning help prevent infections. Early socialization is another cornerstone of raising a well-adjusted Norfolk Terrier. The critical socialization window occurs between 3 and 16 weeks of age, during which puppies form lasting impressions about the world around them. Exposing Norfolk Terrier puppies to a variety of people, animals, sounds, and environments during this period helps them grow into confident, adaptable adults. Puppy socialization classes can be especially valuable, offering controlled opportunities for interaction and learning. Without adequate socialization, Norfolk Terriers may become wary or reactive towards strangers or other animals. Continuing socialization beyond puppyhood, regularly introducing new experiences throughout their lives, helps maintain their sociable nature. Alongside socialization, early training in basic obedience is crucial. Commands such as sit, stay, come, and heel lay the foundation for good manners and safety. Recall training deserves particular emphasis because their hunting instincts can tempt them to ignore commands when chasing prey. Crate training is also highly recommended, aiding in house training and providing a safe, secure space where the dog can rest. Norfolk Terriers generally make excellent companions for families who understand their needs. They are typically affectionate with their human family members and are known for forming strong bonds. They often adore children, especially older ones who can respect their space and handle them gently. Their sturdy build allows them to keep up with active kids without being overly fragile, but like all small dogs, they should be supervised around very young children to prevent accidental injury or rough handling. Teaching children to recognize and respect a dog's body language is essential for fostering a harmonious relationship. Norfolk Terriers can also coexist peacefully with other pets, especially if raised together from a young age. However, their strong prey drive may cause them to chase cats or other small animals, so introductions should be managed carefully and interactions supervised until reliable harmony is established. Even with familiar household cats, play can sometimes escalate, so ongoing supervision is wise. Diet and nutrition are foundational to keeping a Norfolk Terrier healthy and active. They should be fed a high-quality dog food formulated for their age, size, and activity level. Because small dogs have faster metabolisms than large breeds, they often require more calories per pound and may need to eat more frequently. Puppies typically thrive on 3 to 4 small meals per day, while most adults do well with 2 meals daily. Portion control is important because Norfolk Terriers can easily become overweight if overfed, and excess weight increases the risk of joint strain, heart disease, and other health problems. Measuring meals rather than free feeding helps regulate their intake. Treats should be given sparingly and should not exceed 10% of their daily caloric intake. Fresh water must always be available. Feeding schedules should remain consistent to aid in digestion and house training. Some Norfolk Terriers may develop food allergies or sensitivities, which can manifest as itching, ear infections, or gastrointestinal upset. Monitoring their response to new foods and consulting a veterinarian about any persistent issues helps ensure they receive appropriate nutrition. For those interested in breeding Norfolk Terriers, a deep understanding of the breed's standard genetics and responsible breeding practices is essential. The breed's small gene pool means careful management is required to maintain genetic diversity while preserving desired traits. Breeding dogs should be evaluated not only for conformation and temperament, but also for hereditary health conditions such as patellar luxation, eye diseases, and heart disorders. Responsible breeders perform relevant health tests on their breeding stock and share the results with prospective puppy buyers. Ethical breeding prioritizes the long-term health and welfare of the breed over profit. Norfolk Terrier litters tend to be small, averaging 2 to 5 puppies, and pregnancy lasts about 63 days. Puppies should remain with their mother and littermates until at least 8 weeks of age to ensure proper social and behavioral development. Early handling by humans during this period can foster trust and ease of training later in life. Prospective owners should thoroughly research breeders, asking about health testing, breeding practices, and the temperaments of the parents. The Norfolk Terrier community is close-knit with dedicated breed clubs offering education, breeder directories, health research initiatives, and rescue services. These clubs also host dog shows and performance events that showcase the breed's abilities and provide opportunities for enthusiasts to connect. Rescue organizations play a crucial role in the Norfolk Terrier world as well. Although not an overly common breed, Norfolk Terriers sometimes end up in need of new homes due to changes in their owner's circumstances or because their energetic nature proved overwhelming for unprepared families. Breed-specific rescues and general dog rescue groups work tirelessly to rehabilitate and rehome these dogs, ensuring they find loving, appropriate environments. Adopting from rescue can be a rewarding way to give a second chance to a Norfolk Terrier in need while benefiting from the guidance and support of knowledgeable rescue volunteers. Ultimately, living with a Norfolk Terrier is a commitment to meeting the needs of a spirited, intelligent, and affectionate little dog who carries the legacy of generations of determined ratters. They are not decorative lapdogs, they are bold adventurers in small packages, happiest when given structure, stimulation, and inclusion in their family's daily life. For owners who appreciate their spark and are willing to invest time and energy in their training, exercise, grooming, and care, Norfolk Terriers return that effort tenfold with unwavering loyalty, laughter, and love. Their bright eyes, jaunty step, and indomitable spirit make them unforgettable companions, proving that greatness of heart is not measured in size. The Norfolk Terrier stands as a delightful embodiment of the terrier essence condensed into a small yet sturdy frame, offering the perfect balance between spirited energy and affectionate companionship. While their size might suggest a delicate or dainty pet, nothing could be further from the truth. Beneath their compact build beats the heart of a much larger, bolder dog, a heart shaped by generations of purposeful breeding to produce an industrious, determined, and fearless worker. Historically, their ancestors patrolled farms and stables, eradicating rats and other vermin with unflagging tenacity, and this legacy is still evident in their alert posture, inquisitive eyes, and perpetual readiness for action. Yet what makes the Norfolk Terrier especially endearing is how this traditional terrier spirit is softened by a generally even temperament, making them more manageable and family-friendly than some of their more fiery terrier cousins. These dogs are ideally suited to owners who not only admire their plucky nature but also understand what living with a terrier entails. They require more than just affection. They thrive under structure, clear boundaries, and consistent training. Because they are intelligent and independent, Norfolk Terriers need their minds and bodies engaged every day to remain content and well-behaved. They enjoy training that uses positive reinforcement, brisk daily walks that burn off their energy, and play sessions that tap into their natural curiosity and problem-solving abilities. They are happiest when included in their family's daily activities rather than left to their own devices, as boredom can lead them into mischief. Owners who embrace their energetic character, rather than resist it, are rewarded with a dog who channels that drive into joyful companionship rather than stubborn defiance. With proper care, socialization, and patient guidance, Norfolk Terriers blossom into wonderfully loyal and entertaining companions. They have a mischievous sense of humor, often devising their own games or gently testing boundaries to see how far they can push them. But this playful streak makes life with them full of laughter and surprise. Their affection for their people runs deep. They form close bonds and delight in being near their family, whether curling up on the couch after an energetic play session or shadowing their owner around the house. They are generally sociable with visitors and can be excellent with respectful children, their sturdy build allowing them to keep up with family activities without being overly fragile. Their adaptability extends to various living environments as well. While they relish the freedom of a securely fenced yard, they can thrive just as well in apartments as long as their exercise needs are met and they are not left alone for long stretches of time. The Norfolk Terrier's enduring charm lies in the harmony of contrast they embody. They are small yet fearless, independent yet deeply devoted, energetic yet affectionate. Their robust health and longevity make them steadfast companions who can remain by their family's side for well over a decade, sharing countless milestones and memories. Whether they are competing in performance sports, accompanying their owners on outdoor adventures, or simply offering warm companionship at home, Norfolk Terriers bring a spark of joy wherever they go. For those who understand and embrace their unique blend of boldness and warmth, they offer a relationship rich in loyalty, love, and life. Their plucky personality, endearing looks, and lively spirit ensure they continue to capture hearts just as they have done for over a century.